Hi, my name is Sarah and I'm going to take you through some exercises. Make sure to always start with a low weight and work your way up, and always use proper form. The first exercise up is planks. Planks work your abs and your delts. Make sure you're breathing and pulling your belly button to your spine, engaging your core. Also, make sure your hips and shoulders are in line. You have no mountains and no valleys. Next exercise up is deadlifts. Deadlifts are an awesome exercise that works so many body parts, but here we're going to focus on glutes, hamstrings, and quads. For deadlifts, make sure to keep your back straight. That is the most important part. Also, look up. Keep your eyes on target. That'll also help you keep your back straight. And lastly, make sure to imagine yourself pushing through the floor rather than pulling up on the bar. For biceps, we have bicep cable curls. Here I'm using a wide grip, but you can use any grip you feel most comfortable with. For biceps, you want to squeeze at the top and focus on pulling up simply using your biceps. Don't use your whole body and keep your shoulders pushed down. For cable tricep extensions, make sure to start with the cable attachment in line with your shoulders. With cable tricep extensions, make sure to squeeze at the bottom. Keep your shoulders down and pressed into your back, and don't use your whole body. Focus on using your triceps to squeeze and pull the cables. Also, as with any cable exercise, make sure to look at the different attachments. They all work the same muscles, but some might work better for you. to isolate our quads and calves, we're going to use the leg press. The leg press is a very versatile piece of equipment. Here we're using it in a wide stance. The wide stance works mainly your quads and your glutes. Make sure you are pressing through your heels and pausing at the bottom. Here I have switched to a narrow stance to isolate my quads a bit more. Make sure you are still pausing at the bottom. Now for calves, I'm going to close the safeties and put my toes at the bottom of the platform. While keeping the safeties closed, I'm going to push up through my toes while keeping my legs straight to work my calves. Make sure you use the safeties. If you do calves with the leg press after doing quads, it'll be a very heavy weight. Here's a modification to do if you would like something a little lighter. Simply hold dumbbells in your hands and do calf raises standing. For shoulders, we're doing a front and side delt complex. Here, you want to make sure to push your traps down and be pulling with your shoulders. You can sit or stand. Standing engages your core more. And make sure to look up. For chest, we're doing a standard chest press with the barbell. Here you also want to keep your eyes on target. Your target would be the center of the bar. Notice my placement of the bar. It is right by my sternum. Different placements will work different parts. And lastly, make sure you're balancing. By balancing, I mean looking at your muscle imbalances, pushing equally with both arms. Back, one of my favorite muscle groups to work. For back, we're going to be doing pull-ups. Pull-ups are a compound movement, but they really target the lats well. So, what you're going to do is grab the bar and pull up. You want to pull from your back and not from your hands. Make sure you're doing controlled movements and using your back and your lats to pull you up and not jumping with your entire body. Pull-ups are pretty difficult and a pretty advanced movement. Here's a beginner modification. With the TRX band, lower yourself and while keeping your feet on the ground, practice engaging your lats and pulling up. This can also be used for more advanced lifters as an activation exercise for lats. Another modification for pull-ups, a more intermediate modification, can be using a band to assist you. Loop the band over a bar, pull it through, and then you can set your knee or foot in it, whichever works best, and perform pull-ups. Lastly, we have a hamstring isolation exercise. This is my probably top exercise to target hamstrings. You're going to lay down and put your feet on a yoga ball and roll your feet in and out. For this one, you want to have really slow and controlled movements, keeping your core engaged and hips up. You're going to want to squeeze your glutes a little bit to keep them up and still, but mainly focus on sliding your hamstrings.